Hey everyone, this is day 27 of my 31 Days of Halloween special on classic action figures. And today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Monster Fighter set 9468, the Vampyre Castle. And here's a look at the front of the box. On the front we can see a really awesome picture of the castle, and it features one of the monster fighters driving a vehicle trying to catch a vampire, while another monster fighter duels with Lord Vampyre. We can also see the Vampire Bride on top of a tower holding a secret potion. I have to say that this is a fantastic looking box. I love the logo design for the series, the pale moon on the background, as well as the general setting where the action is taking place. The set contains 949 pieces, and the recommended ages are 9 to 14 years old. Finally, on the lower right corner of the box, we can see a small insert of Lord Vampyre, as well as the Vampire Bride holding moonstones. On the back of the box, we can see a mini comic at the very top, and in the middle we can see one main picture of the playset, along with several smaller pictures detailing many of the play features. Finally, on the lower right corner of the box, there is a picture callout for the LEGO Monster Fighters website. The top of the box contains a picture of all of the 6 minifigures included in the box. The bottom of the box has a small image of the front cover, while the side of the box has the name of the set in French and Spanish. Let's start by taking a look at the minifigures first, and this time we'll start with the monsters. We get 4 exclusive figures, although technically this version of Lord Vampyre is only slightly different than the one that came with the Vampire hearse. Lord Vampyre has his pale white skin color, and he's wearing his black outfit. And we can also see a nice cream colored vest with a necktie, and he's also wearing a gold pocket watch. The face print looks great, and his main face has an angry expression, while his alternate face has a screaming look. Both expressions are the same as the ones he had on the figure from the Vampire hearse. What is different on this figure is his black cape, and I do have to say that I prefer this look with the cape. Next is the Vampire Bride, and this is another great looking minifigure. She has a crimson colored dress, which is adorned with a corset with a pink colored print. Her main face has a yelling or shouting expression, while her alternate face has a smiling expression. I also really like the hairpiece on this figure. Lord Vampyre and his bride also feature a glow-in-the-dark face, and it works pretty good. And finally, we get 2 Man-Bat or vampire figures. They are exactly the same, and these are also very cool looking figures. I especially like the hairpiece, which contains the pointy ears. The bat wings are actually attached to the arms, so that's a pretty cool look for them. We can also see some very hairy muscular chests, and on the back of the figure we also see some print of their spine and bones. Sadly, there is no alternate face for these figures, but the cool thing is that this figure can actually double as the Man-Bat figure if you are into the LEGO Batman series and don't have that particular minifigure. And now let's take a look at the monster fighters, and Jackhammer is first. He has a super awesome looking robotic right arm, which apparently the crazy scientist is the one who is responsible for this. The figure has a green long-sleeved flannel shirt and a brown and gray vest. He's also sporting a beanie hat, and he has some cool looking print for his pants. He only has one expression, and it's an angry looking expression, but I have to say that I do like the 2 brown colors that were used for his beard and eyebrows. The figure has some print on the back for his torso, but again, there is no alternate face. The figure comes with a hammer as an accessory, and this hammer is the same one that comes with the Thor minifigures. The final figure is Dr. Rodney Rathbone, who is the leader of the Monster Fighters. This figure also came with the Vampire hearse and the Crazy Scientist set. So if you have those sets, then you know that this is the exact same figure. The figure sports a robotic right leg and some green colored trousers. And he's also wearing a gray striped vest with a white shirt and a crimson colored tie. We can also see a gold pocket watch on the figure as well. He has a smiling face, and he has a cool mustache and sideburns as well. The figure has a gray hat, and his weapons are 2 revolvers and a sword. The Monster Fighters also have this crazy looking sports vehicle, which is done in the same green color as Dr. Rodney Rathbone's pants, so most likely this is his vehicle. The car features 2 shotguns at the front. We can see some exhaust pipes on the side of the vehicle, a cool looking turbine on the top of the hood, and finally on the back, a device that launches a net to capture creatures. There is a black piece of net that you stuff inside of the barrel, and then just push on the back to launch it forward. It actually works pretty well, but it's not the most sophisticated feature on a LEGO product. Regardless, the vehicle is a very cool looking sports car, and I liked the overall build. The figures for this set are very cool, but the main attraction of this set, of course, is the actual castle. And there are 3 main components to this set. These can be attached together to make one complete building. There is the main gate, the front tower, and finally the main castle building. Here's a look at the front tower. It's done mainly in a light gray color with some light brown and dark gray pieces too. You do have to apply a few stickers on side walls, and these add a nice touch and break the monotony of the tower. The stickers feature some foliage, some exposed bricks, as well as red eyes hiding inside a shadowy hole. The tower itself has quite a few play features. At the very top there is an area where there is a giant cauldron, and this is where you can place the vampire bride as she prepares her potions. The cauldron also has a wooden stick, a small frog, and a mushroom. The tower features an area where one of the Man-Bat figures can hang upside down. And this is a super neat effect, where basically you attach the back of the figure's legs onto the 2 pegs sticking out of the tower. The inside of the tower reveals the main component, and we can see a dungeon along with a skeleton that's hanging from a chain. And you can also raise and lower this skeleton by twisting the knob at the top. Some people would consider the skeleton a minifigure, but regardless, I think it's a cool but creepy touch for this building. Finally, at the very bottom of the outside of the tower, we can see a rock piece that can actually be launched by pressing on a lever. Supposedly this is to help break out a figure from the dungeon, but as we just saw, it looks like nobody was able to break out the person that was being held in there. The next component is the main entrance or the main gate. I love the way this looks with the 2 black cones at the top and the bat sculpture in the middle. There is a glow-in-the-dark white spider that you can actually launch. For some reason, LEGO made a flick fire missile out of this spider, possibly to have this launched at one of the monster fighters or any intruder that wants to sneak in. And if that doesn't work and someone manages to sneak in, then on the back we can see a set of spikes that can injure any trespasser. You simply push the gray pieces inward and a minifigure will be caught by the white bony spikes. The left side of the gate joins up with the back right side of the tower, and this is how it looks. Up next is the main castle, and there are 2 main towers and a central building part to this structure. I really like the way this component looks. We can see some barred windows, some wooden doors, and quite a few stickers decorating the outside walls. The stickers feature exposed bricks, foliage, various creepy eyes, and finally some spider webs. And the tower on this building also has the same feature as the front tower, and you can hang the other Man-Bat figure upside down. I love the way this looks, since basically the Man-Bats serve as sentries for Lord Vampire, and they keep an eye out for any intruders. I also like the way the roof for all of the towers look. They are mainly done with black cones and spikes. And on top of the small one, we can see another sculpture, or perhaps it's a real bat. The bottom of the main structure contains the coffin for the vampire, and to the right of it, we see some stairs leading up to the second floor. There we see an area that appears to be blocked by some gray bricks, but in reality, this is actually a secret passage that can be opened up to gain access inside. I love how you can slide the bricks not only to reveal the inside of the second floor, but this part also becomes a stairway to the third level of the castle. Anyway, back to the main tower at the front. On the inside, we can see some spikes on the bottom floor. Going up to the top floor, we can see a study room which contains a secret map with a red X marking the location of an object, possibly another moonstone. But be careful because there is a secret trapdoor, and by pulling a small lever, you can see that a minifigure can easily fall down below and suffer an unfortunate end on a bed of spikes. Finally, on the top floor of this tower, there is a treasure chest with some gems. We get a green gem and a transparent gem. The other main tower has 6 different moonstones at the top. The moonstones are the orange moonstone from the werewolf set, the light green moonstone from the swamp creature, the dark green moonstone from the crazy scientist, the light blue moonstone from the ghost train, the purple moonstone from the mummy, and finally the red moonstone from the vampire. The 6 moonstones power up a device that can spin around, and if you push a lever on the back, you can see the moon revealed inside. This of course is meant to signify that the world will be covered in darkness and the monsters will rule the world. Interestingly, the set does not contain the moonstone that came with the zombie set, which was a very hard set to obtain as it was a store exclusive here in the US. On the bottom of the main structure, we can see the area for the coffin on the bottom floor, the second floor which features the bedroom, and the secret staircase to the third floor. And we also see a tiny mouse scurrying around. The mouse of course also glows in the dark. The second floor also features a study room for the vampire couple, and we can see a nice bench, a desk, some bottles, and a green cup. Going up to the third floor, we also see another small room with some books, a bench, a desk, and a small candle. Finally, on the very top floor, we see a small room with an organ. I love the small build for the instrument, and even though there is not much room up there, I do like that Lord Vampire and his bride are a musical family. So overall, I have to say that this is an amazing set. Definitely one of my all-time favorite themes and playsets from LEGO. There are a ton of play features, and kids and adults will have hours of fun with this set. The only downside of this set is that the front main gate can be a bit flimsy and can easily fall apart when you're attaching or detaching it from the other buildings. But that's a minor issue, and it doesn't really detract from what I consider to be a fantastic set. Anyway, that is it for my review. I hope you enjoyed this video and come back tomorrow for another horror related toy review during my 31 Days of Halloween special. Until next time, take it easy.